Hey, um, okay, well, I just wanted to put a little challenge here. Um, I know that it's very difficult if you even want to take a chance on believing in something. Even take a chance in considering believing in something. It can be really scary because there's no way that everyone's going to like what you believe in or the way that you believe in it or the way you act it out. Maybe someone's going to approach you and tell you that they think that you don't know what they think that you don't know what you're doing as far as your faith goes. And that's really scary. It's called persecution. Someone confronts you and makes you feel like what you think is wrong. And whenever we believe in something, there's an opposite side of the belief. So we take the risk in being wrong, but when you find something you believe in, you have to stand firm to it, no matter who tells you that you're doing it wrong. You have to stand firm. Because integrity and perseverance for what you believe in is what matters and what holds up in the reality of it. So I guess in that one in the sermon, hold on a minute. The sermon by what's the guy's name? Something Corey Stark. He said, "We cannot be afraid of engaging in godly, healthy conflict in order to bring everlasting peace." If you consider what he's saying, we can't be afraid of going to school and saying something about Jesus and someone being like, why would you even say that? Why are you bringing up Jesus right now? That's not important right now. Why are you talking like that? Or just completely contradicting what you're saying and saying that he's not real. Why do you believe in something that doesn't exist? And it's really scary. We live and we go to school in a public place, and everyone's not going to agree with us. There are other Christians who won't even agree with you being a vocal person about your Christianity, about what you believe. They think it's stupid. They think you should just stay quiet and I guess do nothing. But you really have to stand up. You have to be ready to fight. And it's scary. I mean, I personally have a huge issue with people liking me. And it's really bad. And I know that not everyone's going to like me, but I think my biggest issue with my faith is that I try to just speak of it in ways that pleases people. And that's not what a true faith is. You have to tell them the absolute truth, nothing but the truth, and you have to tell them about Jesus. And if people aren't going to like it, then they can just deal with it. Because honestly, if you walk into your school Monday or whatever day and you say who you are, you let people see for who you are, for what you believe in, and every single person puts you down about it, but one person sees you and questions it and wonders what you have and what's different about you and wants to know what that is. If you live your life so that others thirst for the Spirit, for the Savior, just one person, it would have been worth it. All the persecution you would have gone through, it just shows that you're standing up for something you believe in. And though it's kind of scary and sometimes you might be standing alone, and I pray you're not, because that's really scary and I've experienced that. But sometimes it feels like you are alone and you just have to back up and be like, I'm not alone because I have God. And if that ends up being the only person you have, you realize he's all that you really truly need. So I guess the point is just terrified that we're all going to be fake Christians. One of the biggest causes of unbelievers, of people who don't believe, is because they see believers talk one way with their mouth and act a different way with their actions. And what kind of person would just want to be involved in a religion, in a relationship with the Savior that people claim to have, and then they see nothing different about the way that they live their lives? They claim to have it all figured out when in reality they don't know what's going on just as much as any unbeliever does. The biggest reason that all those unbelievers are out there is that, hold on, I think I have a quote about that, because I'm trying to quote it and it doesn't sound very good. But basically, you know, the Corey Stark also said, there's unavoidable conflict when light touches darkness. When we're out there trying to be the light of Jesus, trying to light up his world for him and set people towards him, we're going to hit some walls, to hit some brick walls straight in the face. And it's not going to be very pleasing. We're not going to enjoy it. But if it's what he wants, then it's what needs to be done. The greatest single cause of atheism in the world today is Christians. We are the cause for atheism, for unbelievers, who acknowledge Jesus with their lips, walk out the door, and deny him with their lifestyle. It's what makes an unbelieving world simply find it unbelievable. Why would you want to be a part of something that's so hypocritical? All we can pray to do as Christians is to pray that we are not the hypocrites. Because I know hundreds, thousands of Christians who think going to church and professing his name is enough, and their actions don't reflect it. And I've been that hypocrite several times. This week I've been that hypocrite. We're all going to be hypocritical because we're all going to sin. But at the same time, we have to admit that we're sinners. And we're going to mess up. But that doesn't give us an excuse to not try. The point is, you might be standing by yourself. And honestly, it's kind of scary. I've been thinking about it a lot recently. Just being the only one. Because even when there's believers all around you, sometimes you're the only one who really is focused. Everyone else just sees it as, I go to church. I say that I believe this, but nothing changes. You have to feel it. You have to let it control your life. You have to be ready to lay everything down at the cross. Everything. If God asks you to give up your phone or Facebook or your job or your car or your relationship with someone, if he calls you to let go of that so that you can hold on to him, you have to be ready to do it. It's not going to be easy, but it will be just. His reasons, there's a reason for them. Though they may not make any sense to us, everything he wants you to let go of, it'll be so that you can hold on tighter to something better. And it's worth it in the long run. Even if it hurts now, or you get persecuted now, or people put you down now. Being out there and outright and saying what you believe and not backing down in the long run will get you a lot farther than just being the nice guy about it. So, be real. Don't back down, don't give up, and don't shut up. Because we're here to bring other people to our Savior. Our friends could end up going to hell because we just sat around and didn't want to offend them. And I think in the long run, when they realize someday they're sitting in hell and no one told them about Jesus, I mean, maybe that's not a very good example because whatever. But how can you look at your friends and know they're not saved? And I'm just sitting here okay with it. It's almost unbelievable, incomprehensible, whatever. The point is, we have to go out into the world and be different and make people ask why. So that's your challenge. And it's going to be scary. And I'll pray for you. And if you want like specific prayers, then tell me and I can send them through this prayer chain, this awesome prayer chain that's set up right now called, hold on. Called Prayer Warriors. And I'll send it through there. It can be anonymous, but I could have hundreds of people praying for you with this awesome prayer chain that I found. Anyways, just if you want support, like prayer makes a huge difference. So just message me, text me, or text someone else. It doesn't have to be me. Just believe. You know, do what you can to be fearless. Okay, I'm sorry. But, don't back down, okay? even if it gets scary, because you're not alone. At all. You're not alone. Duh. Okay. Now bye.